hours a day. Call now.
Call toll-free 1-800-356-5544.
Have a little breakfast with your BET. At 10, it's Mid-Morning Melodies with the Captain Paul Porter on Soft Notes. At 10:30, Beth Smith covers everything from Don King to the Clan on Our Voices. Then, Tanya Hart gets up close and personal with your favorite Hollywood stars on Live from L.A. at 11. And it's Lights, Camera, Action with Screen Scene at 11:30, Monday through Thursday on BET.
Mr. McCallum.
Yes?
This is Lieutenant Masters. I'm sorry to bother you this late, but I was wondering if you could come downtown. I'd like to talk to you.
Sure, if you think it'll help.
Now, there was a guest book where the guests signed in at the wedding, wasn't there?
Yes, there was.
Could you bring it with you?
Be glad to.
Great, thanks. See you soon.
Who is that?
Lieutenant Masters. He wants to know if I would come down to the station.
Well, he must have some information.
He also wants to know if I can bring the guest book from the wedding.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but have you seen Rob?
I heard his car screech out of the driveway just a little while ago.
Oh, my God, where's he going? What am I going to do now?
I'm going to go upstairs and get some rest.
What the hell's going on with Rob?
We've both been under a lot of strain lately, but I thought he'd be home by the time I got back from the police station.
You were at the police station?
Yes, Lieutenant Masters had a lot of questions.
Well, he just called me and wants me to go down there right now, too.
Are you going?
Any reason I shouldn't?
No. I'm sure he's just doing his job.
Well, I gotta go, hon. See you later.
Bye.
Oh, the book.
Oh. I put it out of sight when Monique was here. I didn't want her to have it.
I have no idea how long I'm gonna be, all right?
Laura, what was that book?
Oh, just the wedding guest book. Lieutenant Masters wanted to see it. Did I get you something?
No, I just need to talk to Rob.
Well, this is a pleasant surprise. Come in.
I was just wondering what was going on, if you had any new leads.
As a matter of fact, I'm glad you dropped by. There's something I'd like to ask you.
Sure.
Do you recognize this check?
Where did you get that?
Rob's bank record. Now, you do understand, Sam, that it is my job to ask questions. Why would Rob Donnelly pay you $50,000?
He paid me off to keep the truth from Jason about his inheritance.
That he and his wife and her aunt were stealing Jason's money, you mean?
Yes.
Now, how did you find out about it?
My mom works for the law firm that handled the original will.
Oh, and I just guess you forgot to tell me about that.
Well, I didn't know it was important.
So you took the check from Rob, and still you told Jason anyway?
But Jason was my friend. I already told you how I felt about him.
Yeah. Yet you cashed the check.
Oh, yeah. Wouldn't you? Look, Rob owed me for what he put me through, and believe me, he got off easy.
Well, I hope I never get on your bad side.
Well, you don't even understand.
Well, I'm willing to try.
It's not important.
You know, you keep saying that, Sam, but every piece is important when you're trying to put a puzzle together. And what did he put you through?
Convinced you're stuck paying rent forever? Often with as little cash as 2 months' rent, you could be living in a HUD home of your own. Normal closing costs and fees apply. Let real estate pros help you buy a HUD home. They'll do everything from finding homes you can afford to doing the paperwork. And HUD pays their fees.
Some people feel things that other people don't. They're more sensitive to little things like detergent. For those people, we introduce new Cheer-Free. It's free of dyes and perfumes and their residues, which can irritate sensitive skin. It's dermatologist tested, and it's from Cheer. So it has the strength and character to clean and brighten, but it also has a very sensitive side.
Taste it, Grandpa.
He never would have tried this with his old adhesive.
Fixodent holds stronger than any other adhesive. It even stands up to the hottest liquids. For the strongest hold you can get, Fixodent and forget it.
Tone up your body with exercise. Tone up your skin with Tone.
I'm toning up from my head to my toes. I'm toning up, now my skin's gonna glow. I'm toning up, looking good. I'm toning up.
Tone is specially formulated to rinse clean. And Tone has cocoa butter, a natural moisturizer to condition your skin.
I'm toning up, now my skin's gonna glow.
Tone up with clean rinsing Tone.
Look, this has nothing to do with this case. And you already know more about me than you should.
Well, Sam, I doubt any man could ever learn enough about you. I've been doing some investigating, and I do know that you and Rob were an item while you were a student. I also know he lost his teaching job because of you, so why don't you just tell me? Sam?
Why is that there?
That's the murder weapon. It's the gun that killed Jason. You recognize the gun, don't you?
It's Jessica's. I saw it in the guest house one night when I was there before Jason was killed. It was with some other things that she had inherited. Are you sure that's the gun that killed him?
Yeah, the test bullet matches the bullet I pulled out of the wallboard at the studio. You were there, remember? So, how does Rob feel about you now?
He feels nothing.
Well, I doubt it's nothing. After all, you did tell Jason the truth about his inheritance.
Look, if you don't mind, Lieutenant, I'd rather not talk about Rob.
Come on, Sam, give me a break, huh? I'm on your side. All right, what do you feel about him?
Look, I feel nothing for him whatsoever, okay?
I understand he threatened you on more than one occasion.
Who have you been talking to?
Look, it's my job to find things out. Now, did he threaten you?
We argued from time to time. You know, people say things.
Did Jason know about you and Rob?
Yes.
So is that why Jason turned down the job to take photographs for Rob's book?
Boy, you, sure do your homework. Yes, it was because of what Rob did to me.
How did Rob feel about your friendship with Jason?
Well, he wasn't thrilled.
I can believe that. What about Jessica? Was she jealous of you?
Why should she be?
Well, come on, Sam. You're more than attractive. Certainly she must have been aware of her husband's interest in you.
Look, I knew Rob before he met her, and after he met her, there was no interest in me whatsoever. I mean, she's a glamorous actress. How could I compete with her?
Did Rob marry Jessica because he couldn't have you?
He married her for the money. Look, I don't know where you're getting your information, but it isn't as cut and dry as you think it is.
I'm not thinking anything yet. So, in your opinion, what kind of man is Rob Donnelly?
He has a very seductive personality, and he can be very charming. But he also has a violent side as well.
Which you've seen firsthand.
I feel he's a very desperate man. And a little unbalanced as well.
And?
And I think he'd do anything to hold on to what he has.
Anything?
Yes. Anything.
Sam, are you still afraid of him now?
Why don't you let me make you some tea? It might help you calm down.
No, nothing is going to help. I just need to talk to Rob. I wonder where he is.
Well, did he say he had a meeting?
No.
Did you argue?
No, I just went through an inquisition at the police station. I don't need... Laura, I'm sorry. Really. I guess everything is just getting to me. No, Rob and I didn't argue. We're getting along just fine. Sorry for yelling. I shouldn't be putting this on you.
It's all right. I just wish that I could do something.
I know I've upset your evening. And Monique's. God, she hates me.
Look, she's hurting badly right now. I would think you could understand that. She needs a little time. Hello? Yes, she is. Just a minute. It's Trinity Hospital.
Yes, hello, this is Mrs. Donnelly. Oh, my God. Where? When? Is he? Yes. Yes, of course. I'll be right there. Oh, my God.
What is it?
It's a terrible accident. Rob. Oh, no.
Lieutenant Masters, someone to see you.
All right. Come on in.
Thank you. Oh. Here. Here's that book you asked for.
Oh, great. Wow, you had some pretty influential people at this wedding.
Yeah, a few.
I know a couple.
Lieutenant, how do you think that list is going to help you?
Well, you just never know. Please, have a seat.
Thank you.
If you don't mind, I'd like you to help me determine exactly what time these people arrived.
If potato chips are gonna cross your lips, keep them fresh, make them fine all the time. That's Pringles, not the Pringles. Not like chips in a bag, they don't stay fresh. It's a rag. Candles bagged with buster pieces, get your hands full of greases. We've got whole crunchy chips, clean and crispy to your lips. Pringles, not the Pringles. Go for fresh because Pringles got them. Fresh, pop right to the bottom. Once you pop, you can't stop.
Of all denture adhesives, only one holds the strongest, and it's just taken a turn for the better. Fixodent's new Easy Twist Cap. It's bigger, it's a snap to open, and it's one more reason to Fixodent and forget it.
Ordinary pickles are cooked and limp. Not Claussen. They're packed fresh and stored cold, so they're always crisp and delicious. Taste the difference. Cold, crisp, Claussen.
Turn my life around. All I have dreamed at last in you I'm found. And now, here in my arms, I can finally believe in all that we are. Darling, it's you. Never thought our love could be Your love will never end. Every word you say, you open my heart. And the beginning of your heart is all the key to all the light that shines on you and me. Your love.
Well, let's see. Ceremony was called for 7:30. I think the first guest arrived just a little bit before 7.
See, Helen Trask, Mr. and Mrs. Reeves, Adam Marshall. Okay. Well, what time did the last people sign in?
Oh, I'd say just about the time the ceremony was supposed to start.
So would you say the people in the middle of the list arrived around 7:15 or so?
I think most of the guests arrived about then, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, here's Mr. and Mrs. Donnelly. 7:15?
Yeah. Jessica came in right about then, yeah.
You mean with Rob?
No. She came alone.
You sure of that?
Positive.
But it says here Mr. and Mrs. Donnelly.
Well, Jessica may have signed both names, but believe me, Lieutenant, I saw her come in alone. Rob came later.
When?
Much later.
How much later?
Oh, about the time we realized that Jason was late.
You would not believe what Kyle Masters knows, Monique.
Like what?
Like Rob and me. You didn't tell him Rob threatened me, did you?
No, we never discussed you and Rob.
Where does he get all of his information? Well, isn't he supposed to be this hotshot investigator?
Yeah, well,
even so, he's got to be a psychic or something to know what he does.
He didn't give you a hard time, did he?
No, he was real nice. He kept apologizing for asking me questions, but the most amazing thing happened while I was there, Monique. I didn't know this at first, but there was a gun on his desk. It was wrapped in a plastic bag and had a little tag on it. I recognized it. It was Jessica's.
I didn't even know she owned a gun.
Yeah, well, I saw it in the guest house once. It's real unusual looking, but it's hers, all right. And Kyle Masters said that it's the murder weapon.
Sam, I have had my doubts about Jessica for some time now, but I didn't dare say anything. I mean, all the dramatics she's been pulling, if you ask me, she's overdone it because she's trying to cover. She sure had a motive.
Oh, talk about motives. What about Rob? I don't think it's Jessica. I think it's him. Didn't you see him at the funeral? He was so nervous. I mean, and then when Kyle came over and told us Paul was off the hook, I was sweating to death.
It all comes down to money, doesn't it?
Oh, Rob would do anything to hold on to Jessica and that inheritance.
Sam, what if we're both right? When the two of them plotted together?
Yeah. It's not the first time they plotted together. Remember, they screwed Jason out of his money. The only difference is this time they didn't need Mary Gardner's help to do it. They could have cooked this up all on their own.
I don't know. Maybe we're just jumping to all kinds of crazy conclusions and getting carried away.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I wouldn't put it past either one of them. And I'm sure Kyle Masters saw into them. There's no way that guy would let them get away with it. They're guilty. He'll know about it. Excuse me. Is Rob Donnelly here?
This is Mrs. Donnelly.
Please, nurse. Where is my husband? I need to talk to him. Is he going to be all right?
That's me. Me again. Bullseye. Guess you could say I'm a magnet for stains. And each one meant money down the drain. Until I discovered New Ultra Dash.
New Ultra Dash packs an extra stain-fighting ingredient that can power out some of the toughest stains. But it doesn't cost a fortune.
Maybe I ought to tell them about Dash.
New Ultra Dash. It cleans a mess for less.
Ordinary pickles are cooked and limp. Not Clausen. They're packed fresh and stored cold. So they're always crisp and delicious. Taste the difference. Cold, crisp, Clausen.
Do you ever feel like your life is spinning out of control? You can learn how to take control of your future. Just call the live psychic line now. Psychic advisors are waiting to speak with you live and help you find the answers to a better life. Is there romance in your future? Success? Or money? Call anytime, 24 hours a day. Call now.
Call toll-free 1-800-356-5544.
I'm toning up from my head to my toes. I'm toning up, now my skin's gonna glow.
Tone with cocoa butter is specially formulated to rinse clean.
I'm toning up.
Tone up with clean rinsing Tone.
I'm dreaming of summer, cool breezes, fresh air. When I want that feeling, summer's eve takes me there. This clean, fresh feeling keeps the good times on my mind. Summer's eve brings back freshness anytime.
Mr. Phipps, Freddie, if you want to do pretzels again, fine, but I think they need a little work. Mr. Phipps. They could be lighter, crispier somehow. You follow me?
Mr. Phipps.
Wait. I've got an idea. What's the tastiest part of the pretzel?
The crispy outside.
No, the crispy outside. So what if we created a pretzel that only has an outside, sort of a chip? A chip you can dip. Get it?
Got it.
Now, what can we call them?
Mr. Phipps pretzel chips. Now in new fat-free.
Listen, I'll be straight with you. Jessica claims that she and Rob arrived together.
Not true.
Any idea why she would tell me that?
Yeah, maybe I have. I think she's trying to cover up the fact that Rob was drunk.
Wait a minute, I thought he was in AA.
Well, he's supposed to be, but...
What else?
Rob went on a drinking spree. Never even made it home the night before the wedding.
Jessica told you that?
I stopped by the guest house the morning of the wedding. She hadn't been able to reach him. She was beside herself.
Why, did they have a fight?
As I understand it, Rob was drinking at the Winston bar. Mr. Hale, the owner, and an old friend of Jessica's called her and told her that he put Rob up in one of the rooms in order to sleep it off.
So he was in pretty bad shape.
Yeah, well...
Now, not only was he not at the house the night before the wedding, but all of the next day.
Now, actually, he came back to the guest house at some point earlier in the day because Jessica found an empty liquor bottle. But I know for a fact that she hadn't seen him until the actual ceremony.
What condition was he in? I mean, had he been drinking?
Well, his eyes were bloodshot. He didn't seem the same. Yeah, I'd say he'd been drinking. Jessica was furious with him. Of course, Rob just tried to downplay the whole thing.
Anything else?
No. I wasn't really paying all that much attention, Lieutenant. At the time, my mind was on my daughter and wondering where Jason was.
I appreciate your time, Mr. McCallum.
Oh, well, I hope I helped.
Oh, every little bit helps. Thanks for coming in.
Sure, no problem.
One more thing. Mm-hmm. You don't care for Rob Donnelly that much, do you?
You want it straight, Lieutenant?
Yeah.
He's an opportunist. As soon as Jessica inherited that money, he moved in. They went to Vegas for a couple of days and came back married. He took advantage of a very vulnerable woman. But to answer your question, no, I don't like Rob. I don't like him at all. I sure as hell wouldn't trust him. Good night, Lieutenant.
The doctor's not available right now. If you'll just take a seat, I'll get him for you as soon as I can.
Thank you very much.
Doctor, I'm Mrs. Donnelly.
Mrs. Donnelly, your husband was in a car crash. Unfortunately, he didn't have his safety belt fastened, and he was thrown from the car. He suffered a head injury.
Had he been drinking?
No, not at all. There's no sign of alcohol in his blood test. Actually, he was very lucky. As I understand it, his car, he lost control of it on a slick highway. He skidded and he hit a tree. And when they brought him in, he was unconscious. I'm sorry to say he's still unconscious.
Well, what does that mean?
Well, it means that there's not much I can tell you right now. We're hoping that he'll regain his consciousness very soon.
So what if he doesn't?
There's always the possibility of brain damage.
Oh, my God. Please do something to help him. Just do something.
Please, Mrs. Donnelly, please. Control of yourself. What we will do is we'll take him downstairs in a few minutes for a brain scan, and then perhaps we'll know a lot more. We can hope that he'll regain his consciousness in the next few minutes. But right now, why don't you sit down? And there is a chapel downstairs.
Oh, thank you, Doctor. Laura, I can't lose him, too. First Tim and Jason and not Rob. He's all I have left. It's going to be all right. Oh, well, I've made so many mistakes. And I'm certainly not perfect, but I feel like I'm being punished, and I don't know why.
It'll be all right. It'll be all right.
Mommy says to clean in proper order. Glasses, silverware, dishes, then pans.
Pork grease. Ew.
Mommy never says you, Daddy.
Because Dawn cleans the greasiest grease. Dawn breaks it up and takes it away.
Oh, no, we forgot a glass and the water's all greasy.
What are we going to do? Let's do what Mommy would do. See? The glass isn't greasy. Neither are my hands.
It goes there.
And I thought your mother was tough.
Dawn takes grease out of your way.
Oh, that must be the pizza.
What happens when you add 25% more meat toppings to a Pizza Hut Meat Lovers pizza?
Excuse me.
You've taken a rather large piece, Violet.
You may not want to share.
I think I got this first.
Oh,
hey, wait a
This is my house.
So why fight? Buy one medium Meat Lovers pizza for $8.99 and get any other medium for $4 more.
You can run, but you can't hide. I don't care if it's your house.
From Touchstone Pictures, the sisters from St. Catherine's needed a miracle from heaven. What they got was a lounge act from Reno.
Oh, no. No.
She's not exactly devout.
Oh, my gosh, she's praying.
But they think she's divine.
That girl is pure sunshine.
We can rock this place.
You have corrupted the entire choir. I was thinking more like Vegas. Get some butts in the seats.
Sister Act.
We could cut a demo.
Rated PG. National sneak preview this Saturday.
Do you know what my favorite country is? Country Scent Lysol Spray. There's not another country like it.
I wouldn't change my country
for $1 million. Country Scent Lysol Disinfectant Spray is a refreshing blend of country fragrances in a disinfectant spray. Isn't it time you moved to a new country?
I love this country.